Hi, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're talking about Hiya. This is a vitamin company that sells these packages of vitamins to kids. They have very slick packaging. I suspect they're well capitalized, but that's going to be really good for them because they've been poisoning kids with their products. And they've been telling me or telling other people that my products are insufficient. But that's really bizarre because Fluorospec doesn't have false positives, and these pictures are accurate. When I saw these pictures over the summer, I wanted to find out more, so I asked the parents to send me their bottles. I finally got one of those bottles today. This bottle was purchased in October of 2023. Now, it's almost a year later. Actually, it is a year later. It's October 2024. I bought the same thing again, and it has no lead. This bottle contains no lead, but this bottle certainly does. I verified that with not one, but two XRF instruments. Both concluded that there was about 5,000 parts per million. Now that averages in and accounts for the glass content, like the weight of the glass molecules. So that's not the most accurate way to understand this. I think a superior way is actually milligrams per square centimeter. Now both of these instruments, and I'll show you in a moment, came up with about 35% of 1 milligram per square centimeter, and I know that's a strange way to put it, but that's 350 micrograms per square centimeter. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I know that a child consumed lead paint from this bottle with their teeth while they were teething it, or mouthing it, or however you want to say it. I have this very skinny tungsten wire. This is 1 millimeter thick. I'm going to show you what it looks like when I put that over one of these teeth marks. As we can see for scale, these bite marks aren't very big, but they still expose that child to over 350 Lunchables worth of lead in one sitting. They only scraped off about 35 square millimeters. Not a lot. Seriously small amounts. But that's enough to get 122 micrograms of lead. Serious, high number of lead molecules there. For reference, a child's body is super small. They probably only have 8 or 10 deciliters of blood. So assuming 100% bioavailability, which is probably fair given the small size of the paint and the digestibility of paint that's been scraped off with teeth, I believe that this child's blood level was probably between 17 and 25. So check out what this bottle says. And there's even arsenic in here. The top 3 elements actually are lead at 8,000 ppm, arsenic at 2350, and chromium at 6885. This was in soil mode on this instrument. This one is in test all mode, so it will pick up elements that aren't typically found in soil. It's reading 7100 for the chromium, 6700 for the lead, 2600 for the barium, and then 1500 for the arsenic. Now let's put both of these instruments into the same mode, which is going to be industrial paint, and we're going to learn about the amount of lead per square centimeter. So first up we have 0.36, and then we have our second one right here, and this is reading 0.33. So pretty accurate within a margin of error that I'm accepting. And take a look. Not into the flashlight though, because the Fluorospec flashlight has ultraviolet radiation. Unlike the X-ray radiation that comes out of these instruments, which excites the atoms enough to fluoresce in their characteristic X-ray spectra, which allows a sophisticated detector chip to analyze the kinds of elements that are under the detector's window. This test just uses ultraviolet light and a chemical called methylammonium bromide, which I've placed into isopropanol along with an acid, to allow us to visualize the lead on the surface. As you can see, this is an example of a positive reaction to the Fluorospec reagent. A reagent is just a chemical that reacts with something else to give a colored reaction product. So this is the new one. This has no lead. And let's see if it makes a similar color. Of course it doesn't, because there's no false positives with Fluorospec. So for the power of, a $50,000 X-ray fluorescence spectrometer, you can detect lead on surfaces like this with fluorospec. And this is how this product was discovered as being lead contaminated or lead adulterated or whatever you would say about it. A few people sent me their images, and we're going to learn more about this as this progresses. So if you have this, please test it, find out more about it with fluorospec, or just reference the date that you bought it at. I don't know when they stopped making the lead version, but I do think that we should not allow our children of this nation to be exposed to this. They even encourage them to put stickers on here. So this is a pretty crazy brand. I think it's a good business model. I bought these, and then I wound up getting like subscription refills, and I didn't even realize it. So it's a good business model when you're getting charged and you didn't realize it. I want to invite everybody over to saferproducts.gov. It's really easy. It only takes 6 minutes to submit a report about a product that you think is unsafe. So if you have one of these and it glows, definitely submit a report. You could probably get something out of that eventually. Yeah, so I just figured I'd make this video. I think this company sucks because they said that my company sucked, but my company is lit and detects lead accurately. Theirs will sell you vitamins, and I haven't digested these vitamins and ran them through my atomic absorption spectrometer in the background here yet, because it is way more difficult to analyze stuff at the parts per billion level versus the parts per million level, or just qualitatively looking for glowing lead on the surface of an object like you can with fluorospec. So if you're interested in learning more about this, check out detectlead.com, where you can learn just how to get fluorospec, which is really easy. I'll ship it right to your house. Test all your stuff. There's a bunch of tutorials on there how you can learn about your environment, and there's a nice video where I go through all the sources of lead, from the mining, refining, to the lead metal that's made into paint, pipes, products, gasoline in the past, which is now contaminating our soil, and of course the food supply. Check out the link. Thanks for watching. Be safe from lead. Definitely don't use this if you're got one of these from 2023, but we're going to find out when this does inevitably get recalled. I'm going to go spectrometrize some other stuff, and it's everything lead.